the universe favors the bold. Once you believe in yourself, I take calculated risk, but I'm not afraid to jump. You feel me? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Find out either I'm a fall or I'm a fly, either or. You feel me? But if it's a calculated fall, that's okay. It's gonna be a lesson. You feel me? So you don't want to
Mm,
go somewhere and not be prepared. If you're prepared mentally and spiritually, you'll know what to do when you get to physical.
That's love. Life can be beautiful if you let it.
In the bowl.
Yo, 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 what do you know? Welcome to the Bowl Podcast. Shout out to Hustle Five Ways for hosting as always. I'm your host, Naz.
you got Tallman live from Dubai.
And In the Bowl Podcast is sponsored by your number one nation's own hookah provider, Sisha to You, where they not only do private events, they do wholesale distribution and take that experience to the next level. What's happening? What's going on?
And what's going on, man? Another week.
Another beautiful week, man. It's the weather's been nice, as you can see, the weather's warm, so we try to match you out there.
I
Got the
like it.
got the short sleeves and shorts on and it's been consistent. So we straight out here. What's up?
Man, all is well, man. All is well. Another early morning, but no complaints, man. Still trying to get back in this workflow. After being off for a week. So it's been in transition, and I'm used to waking up early every morning, and then as soon as vacation was coming to an end, now my body wants to sleep until 8 or 9. So first couple of days back in the office were a little rough, a couple of long days, man. But I'm not gonna complain, man.
It be like that. It gets like that sometimes. Before we go too far, we gotta do our cheers and
Yes, sir.
definitely blessings and another week, man. Another week down.
Another one. So what's going on, man? How's your week been so far, man?
Man, week's been good, man. I got short sleeves on right now, so I'm cool.
It's about
you know.
time.
I'm cool. The weather's finally breaking, Life's been good. Just been obviously we just celebrated it's been Mother's Day, and it's been interesting, man. Mother's Day is a special time now. Obviously, where we at, and this means a lot. And and we always talk about mothers, but we also talk about the aunts and anyone, any woman, lady, female
Yeah,
inspiration that inspired, and played that role and gave advice, that you can lean on. So definitely hats off to that, man. They are special, 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 special people. Women are just they amaze me.
yeah,
Wow,
man.
but they amaze me.
They are the backbone. They are the backbone,
Very much so, man. It's crazy too, man. It's like what won't you do, right? For that special woman in your life, special lady in your life.
man. Yeah,
It makes me think about, you see that clip that they had with them fans and
yeah,
and Chris
yeah. I saw that.
and Chris Paul's wife and mother. It's that was wild, man, especially on Mother's Day.
Yeah, yeah,
You
man.
know,
Folks are reckless, man.
yeah, and I don't know, man. And honestly, we don't really promote like, I'll say violence, right? But we do, I'm a big fan of protecting yours, right?
You got to.
And and honestly, a lot of people try to focus on that clip when, Chris Paul was like, I'll see you later. You know what I'm saying? I'll check you. I'll see you later. And I think people forget that, whoever you are, you're still human, right? You still have emotions. You still have, feelings inside, right? And at the end of the day is, there is nothing, stronger than protecting your loved ones,
Yeah,
whether it's family, friends, blood, water, whatever that is, you know what I'm saying? So hats off to that. And quite honestly, I do think it's kind of disrespectful in the sense that they only banned them until 2023. I mean, the season's almost over, so I'm not really sure how long they really banned for. But
Exactly.
that's I don't know how much I respect that. I think they could have done better than that because you put your hands on somebody, especially in an unwilling way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's either you get handled by the law or you just get handled.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna go too far into that hypocrisy, and get on my soapbox. But that's it's like I said, it's wild. Folks are getting just too comfortable, with displaying levels of disrespect like that. So that's something that honestly I don't know if it's going to get any better, but I'm glad that there was some form of repercussion and action taken against the individual. But yeah, to ban until 2023, I mean that's like a slap on the wrist because we're going to blink twice, go to 3 cookouts, and it's going to be 2023 already.
Facts. So what you got?
Nothing much, man. I took a trip down to Abu Dhabi last weekend, man, because went to an all-white party down there. That was pretty cool, man. But I gotta say it was kind of crazy because the party was nice. It's a nice venue, nice setup. But since I've been here, I got out here in January. So I had not seen that many melanated individuals all in one spot. So that was kind of, wild, just kicking off. But it was cool, though, as you had folks from, all over the Middle East. You had some folks up from Kuwait. You had folks from Bahrain, Saudi, so it was a good time, and the DJs were on point, so it was cool. And they had, a nice little after party, after party had hookah. So I was content with that, able to get a couple beverages and, I had a bowl or two. So that was cool. But Abu Dhabi was different, man. Abu Dhabi is like the suburbs. Dubai is the big city. I'm a city guy. So on Sunday, I was itching to get back, to the city. Plus the temperature difference down there, man. It was like 10 degrees warmer down there. Sitting outside having lunch, it was like 107, 109 in the shade. But it was it was a good time, man. It was a good time. Try to get back down there soon. We got a couple more events lined up for the summer, so I'm gonna try to, support and keep networking. But all was well down there.
That's what's up. And I like the fact that you mentioned. I think that's a great segue. So, for our listeners out there, I think it's a great chance or opportunity to introduce our guest. You talk about the culture. You talk about the blending of the cultures. You talk about just seeing everyone in one place having a good time,
Yeah.
enjoying themselves. And like you said, you haven't seen that for a while. So I definitely want to, it's a great time to bring our guest in, our guest from the Where You At studio.
Yo.
Man, Hollywood, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on?
What it do? Thank you for the invite, Jim. Thank you.
Hi, how are
definitely.
you?
How y'all doing? No, definitely. It's I felt like that was a great segue, right? I felt like, because one thing that I appreciate about y'all's story, and definitely give y'all an opportunity to one, let us hear more about your story. We'll go into detail on that. But, what you focus on, right? And how your partnership, your collaboration, from creative director to the producer, the managing producer, and then it's your evolving and evolution of your growth, and that's what we admire from that. So I'm going to try to give an opportunity to let you introduce yourself to the fans, and we can hop right on into it.
Okay. So, well, my name is Barbara. They call me Bobby. I guess it's easier. Here in the U.S., saying Barbara is a little tricky.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm a producer, engineer, and I'm the head manager here at Where You At Studio in Miami. And Dave Foster, the creative director of Where You At Studio, the one and only.
Dave Foster, the one and only yours truly, goddammit. And
there you go.
I'm the creative director here at Where You At Studio, and Bobby and I, our connection here, you know what I'm saying? Like she's more like technical brain stuff, like it got to be to a T, and I'm like, yo, let's just love, and so I just have the vision.
Let's buy.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the vision, I'm the heart, I'm the passion. She's like, okay, she's organized. I don't know if I'm cussing. She's so organized, man. So.
Hey, this is a free word. You gotta speak what's on your mind, right?
Exactly.
And talk your shit, right? Talk your shit. Let people know what it is. And I like the way you said that, right? I like the way you said that. You have one that can help sculpt it, right? And then you have one that lets the juices just flow, right? And so, you kind of put it out there on the canvas, and the way that partnership right there just seems like it's a perfect duo right there. So, kind of let us know how y'all kind of, came up with where you at, and kind of how y'all even linked up.
Oh, she loves that story. She loves that story. She said
I do love that story. All right, so one day, right? No, so I've been working at Auto Nation Chevrolet. I sell cars, right? So I'm in sales. So for a long time, we kind of know what our calling is, or if we don't know, it comes easy. I'm not even gonna get into the whole society thing, but I was being disobedient to my calling and what I was supposed to be doing. So finally, I was like, okay, all right, God, I hear you. So I told myself, I'm gonna put everything on the internet. I'm gonna put my music, my freestyles. I'm gonna talk my shit, and this is who I am, because it's not easy showing your true self and being exposed to the world. It's the World Wide Web. You feel me? So I told God, like, okay, I set my intention. I'm gonna put it out, and everything that I need is gonna come to me. I had no idea it was gonna come with a Bobby. You feel me? So come to find out, we have been working together this whole time for like 3 years. We work in the same. She works in the service. I work in sales, and I don't even know how we were friends on Facebook. So I was posting my shit. She's like, I'm crossing the street studying my music, and she pulled up. She was like, "You rap? You do music? You rap?" I'm like, "Yeah, I spit." She's like, "You want to come to the studio?" I'm like, "Shit, when?" And she was like, "Shit, bad." And I was going through this like purging stage, like, press, releasing all kinds of dumb shit. So she invited me to the studio, and we've been locked in ever since. And the studio was Where You At, the old studio, and it's been a wrap ever since.
Yeah, it was actually like I always say, like, it was like a movie scene, because I was living and she was crossing by, and I was like, hey, and she didn't hear me. She was in the airports, and then I tell her like, hey, do you do music? Because I remember seeing something on Facebook, and she's like, yeah, and okay, I had a session that day, so I told her, well, I have a session. You want to come after the session? And I swear, since that day, ever since, we've been locked in. That was more than a year ago, a little bit a year ago.
Yeah, probably about a year. Yeah, about in April. Yeah. A year.
And that was in Where You At Studio, the old spot. And then we moved, and she became part of the team as well. So, like, things have been growing very spontaneously, organically,
quickly.
So that's what makes it like beautiful. Yeah.
No, that's what's up. I was just even listening to some of, listening to what you were just saying. You're talking about, you listen to like the God inside you, right? And what I'm saying, you listen to your passion, your call, and you're like, no, I'm just gonna put it out there. And then with Bobby, what I'm saying, seeing you and then being like, all right, hey, you trying to come to the studio? And as I was, just looking over and following y'all, it's I love the fact that y'all put out tips for other folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really do feed the culture and give people advice and tips on, how to monetize, your work, how to, effectively, really keep record of it. Mm-hmm. So stuff like that, it just seemed like it flows and it's natural in that. And that's what's up.
What's up. A lot of people make music. One, they don't set an intention. Why are you making music? What are you making music for? And two, what are you going to do with it when you get done making your music? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people have a whole archive of music, and it's just sitting there. You feel me? And that's where we try to come in. And I love the tips that she posts consistently. It's needed.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
studio actually. These things I say
Yeah.
here in the studio, and she's the one who pushed me to like, okay, put that out there. You know, what
She
you
the
say
shy
right
one.
here, you just have to put it out there. So we started slowly like, okay, making videos and posts and this and that, and slowly it's been growing. Like not only like on the IG, but also like on in person.
In
You see
person,
the
it's
artists coming back because they feel that energy from
Yeah.
us that we're here to actually evolve, right?
Mm. That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
No, that's true. And to build off what Nas was saying, you know, I was really impressed with, how you all put that information out there because even though, we're not in the music industry, there are a lot of tips that you have out there that we're looking to incorporate in what we're doing. So I really like how, you all were mentioning, that you want to document your content. And that's
Mhm.
very important because I know that's one of the areas that we're trying to build in with, building up our content. So a lot of those tips that you're putting out there, it's affecting, individuals outside of, your industry. So I want to say thank you to you all for that because that was it was eye opening because it's things but
Right.
until you see in a different light, it's like, what, that kind of makes sense. So that's
Exactly. And then
that's
we
really
want to
great.
thank you sincerely because you saw something in us. You are reflected in to see men of color just like us, and for
Yeah.
y'all to see what we see in ourselves. It's an honor, and it's a it's a reflection.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah, and that's one thing we focus on. We focus on, the culture. We focus on excellence. We focus on, us from black and brown and having that light out there, right? It's always been our time, but we're taking our time now,
yeah,
Like
that
this is
part.
it,
Yes.
right? And the fact that you all are doing that and living testimonies of it. And just like you said, I see the growth, from the moving from one to a larger studio now, with and that growth right there just speaks volume right there. And obviously, it's evident that, it's oozing out of your pores of the passion that you have for it and very intentional.
Yeah, especially y'all smoothness. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell y'all taking y'all time and y'all enjoying y'all journey. So
Yeah.
respect.
I
Appreciate it.
appreciate that. So let us know about a couple projects you got going on. Like what's happening? Where you're at and in the music right now? Where do you see yourself going? What are you working on? Let us know.
Okay, so right now, the studio is expanding in a way that we wanna. One thing that we always encourage is the independent artists, the local artists around here. Like you said, these people have a phone full of songs and they don't know what to do with it, right? So
Mhm.
in the studio, we decided to select the artists that we believe the most and, and help them shape their music into an actual career. Because one thing is to make music, another
Yeah,
thing is to have a music career. So
Mhm.
that's campaign. That's what we're doing right now. We're building the artists that we see right around the area, and also like putting the spotlight on the independent artists here in the Miami scene, right? There's
Mhm.
talent. There's so much talent, and they're just hidden there, and nobody's putting the light on there. So that's what we're trying to do.
So, and another thing that comes with, and that is the physicality of it, because it takes a long time to believe in yourself. It's not like, oh, who do we believe in?
Yeah.
Who believes in themselves? Who is investing in themselves? So not only are we shaping, getting your outfit right, getting the photo shoot right, and getting the ambiance right, but we're making sure your mental is right. We're making sure you're
Mhm.
saying the right things, make sure you're not speaking death, because there's a lot of power in the tongue. So are you
Yes.
speaking over your life and over yourself right? Are you thinking right? Because thoughts become things, you feel me? And so do words. So just coming in and believing in yourself, seeing yourself in the future, what do you want, and becoming that now and attracting it. We want it, we swerve it down, we international. And the fact that you're in Dubai is like, yes, God, we getting those signals and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's because we spoke that shit. We wrote that shit
Yeah.
down, we spoke
Yes.
it, we held each other accountable, We make sure we didn't compromise on what we said we was going to do, and then we wait for the path to reveal itself, and we do the same thing. And then because this ain't for the week, you feel me?
Yeah,
It ain't for the week.
I always tell this is a lifetime journey, and on the other hand, that's the thing. We have like so many projects because we not only work on other artists, we're artists ourselves, and we live in ourselves as well.
Goddamn right.
So we also put our work like we try to put the same time and energy on ourselves because it's funny how when she's having like a down moment, I'm there to tell like she's a star, like she's the one, you know, like hey, and backwards, like when she's seeing like I'm doubting, she comes here and put the camera on something to
exactly, and that's when you gotta know yourself, and you gotta know when you know yourself, you can know the role that you play. I'm not the technical person, okay? I'm not that nigga, but you know I can tell you, I can say these things, I can speak with conviction. So when you know yourself, believe in yourself, she know her role, I know my role, and we make it and we roll with it. Yeah, that's simple.
There you go. That's what's up. Like you say, you know, that's tough, right? It's tough in the sense that not only, you know, you're working on that on yourself, right? But you already said it's not for the weak, because you also bringing up other folks in the same breath, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what that calling is. So that's love right there. That's love.
Yeah,
so as I'm sorry, go ahead.
I wasn't saying go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you know, from I guess the artistic standpoint. So where, and this is a question to both of you all, you know, where do you get your inspiration, or what was your biggest inspiration to, you know, move forward on this journey?
I think we both can say that all the things that were holding us back, the doubts, and that's her next single, her single that she's been dropping, like everything was a release. My mixtape was Daydream, and it was everything that I was going through that I didn't believe that was purging. I wanted to get that out of my system. I didn't really care how creative or how, you know, musical it was. It was intentional, and it of course had bars, but I had to release that and let that go and let go of this baggage so I could receive my other blessings. And a lot of things that was holding Bobby back, she had to remove that and get off her chest. That's why her mix is called Out of My Chest. And then, you know what I mean? So we can create room and space for the blessings, because you can't ask for things that don't create room to receive it. You feel me?
That's true.
That's tough.
Well, what she says is right. The stage of our life that we found each other, it was a moment that we had to release so many things, and we did it with music, right? We did it together. We did it together with music, and that's where we got the inspiration for the last few projects. So our influence is like it's not just music, but we actually get inspired by experiences in life on the daily basis. There's where we find our inspiration. Now I don't know if you mean like artist influence or specific genre influence, something like that, because we're pretty open actually when it comes to music, right?
Oh, hell yeah. That's what we don't want to be bots. We don't want to be bots here.
Some salsa, you know, some.
Oh my God. My ass cannot salsa, dog. And just, you know, you move your hips. My hips don't go this way. They go this way.
I hear you. No, but I think that hit the nail on the head of what that inspiration was, right? You said life experiences, right? You had a purge, right? You know, even with the bars, you know what I'm saying? Just getting, like you said, out of my chest, right? And it's getting it out there, putting it out there. And like you said, it's going to evolve how it's going to evolve, and that's where it is. That's what's up. That's what's up. So real quick, even on that, you speak of the project that you're working on now, your single, you know, say Out of My Chest, you know, what, you know, basically you're just saying like, you're just just releasing it, right? You're just releasing it out there, getting it off. You have like a piece that you want to just let the listeners hear, you know?
Well, yeah.
You give a little background behind it. Like let's hear a little background behind it before we play it.
Be real.
You're real.
Get deep. Tell them what that is.
Yeah.
Be honest. Be honest. Let it out your chest. Let it out.
A lot of these projects, she had a lot to do on this project. Even when it was a personal project, like I recorded myself. I didn't want people around me. I wanted to be on my own. But even then, she was the one who picked the single. She was the one to like actually like the more we knew each other, she was like, okay, put that in a song, right? Put it out. And that's how it started. And I started playing, I started recording. I don't know, I got like 10 songs, and she's the one like, this is the one. Like, this is the single. It's a song called Doubt. And basically it's that. It was a moment, I didn't even write it. I kind of freestyled most of it. And
I didn't even know that.
yeah.
Wow.
and it talks about all the perspectives in life, how nothing's really black and white.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great scales, right, in between. And what I mean about that is there's so many realities, and how do you know which one is yours? Which one is the you, right? And what if this reality, this is the one that God want for me, or maybe I'm in the wrong path. So and you're hearing this basically that it's just a lot.
And fun fact, she first was calling this dichotomy, which I didn't even know what that word meant till I asked. What does that mean? She was just like, that is just different sides, it's different realities, different, personas of you. And when I met her, she was, a little timid, soft-spoken. And then by the time the end of her project, we talked about a lot of things. She helped me push my shit. She wasn't pushing her shit. I was like, no, I gotta get this on my chest. And then she became that peaceful savage. And then she changed the title of her mixtape to Out My Chest. And I was like, okay, Bob. So, and again, like, even when I saw Bobby, like, look, she's like dainty, she's like quiet. Like, I didn't know she had so much depth, swag. Like, even her music, is very versatile. And you don't expect the sound that you get, but when you get it and you get to know her, you're like, oh shit, I get it. Like, I get it. So I can play a little clip, you know what I mean? And even if you can't hear the words, you can feel that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
let's give him some hair.
All right. So this is her favorite part actually. This is the part that she really likes. Like, nah, you good.
No, not here. She make her own beats, she write her own shit, she record her own self. See Bobby. Doubts. We all had a lot of doubts. So many doubts. And she can dance her ass off. She real quiet, but she can dance her ass off. Yeah.
Trying to slash me. One about we're gonna have fun on the video. Actually making a video for this one.
Okay. So you're making a video from it, and that's tough too. We say doubts, right? And kind of just even hearing, what I'm saying. I think that title for that track, I think the name of the album, like again, I think you two are very evident and just continue living that truth, right? Because like you said, just listen to your story, how y'all two met, right? In a work world, what I'm saying, and kind of bottling up that creativeness right there, and then figuring out like, you have to figure out your own truth. What I'm saying, and live your own path. And so by doing that, you stepped out there and said, and you never know which one it is, right? But you stepped out there knowing who you were and figuring out that path. So that's love right there. That's love.
We wanted what we needed, therefore it could come in. And honestly, I didn't know we were radiating so brightly because everybody at the dealership was like, oh, don't forget us when like the whole aura around us when they see us together, we'd always
family,
everybody
was feeling it.
and believing it.
Everybody saw what was going on or what is going on. So yeah, they were aware.
Yeah, when you believe in yourself, other people will believe it. And that's why everybody fuck with Kanye, everybody fuck with Drake, Jay-Z, because they have no doubts about what the fuck they do.
No pun intended, fact.
Yes. Yes. So to all of our listeners and your listeners as well, so what advice would you have for someone who wants to get into the business?
Into the business part?
Oh, okay, into the business.
And we saying on either side, right? We saying from whether it's from the producing side, from the managing side, from the influence side, from putting it down on paper side. You know what I'm saying? What would you give folks who aspire to do that? You know what I'm saying? And to find that truth of them.
So I would say if you starting from zero, from scratch, I would recommend you to just get in the environment, just by being there. From if you're an artist, hang out with other artists, hang out with producers, hang out with engineers, and it's gonna take you to another person, and then to get in the actual music industry, you're not only meeting producers, now you're meeting A&Rs, you're meeting investors, right? But you have to be in that environment. And as an artist, as a producer, as an engineer, and that's the thing in the music business. There's a lot of freelance. You start doing a lot of free work. That's how you start because you do it all yourself. And that's okay. So learn a little bit of everything. Start hanging out with, if you want to be an artist, start hanging out with artists. If you want to be a producer, start hanging out with producers, engineers. Be in the environment and feed yourself with their knowledge. Find a mentor. That helps a lot. And I would say never get comfortable. Never get comfortable. You have to keep going. And the music industry is pretty much a roller coaster. Actually the artist life. Emotionally, one day you're like this, one day you're like this. When you're down, keep going. When you're up, keep going. Don't stay there. Keep going. So for anyone who's starting, don't think about age, don't think about work, don't think about resources. If you want it, just start.
And that's very important. And I think even before that particular part, because you got to really believe in what you're doing so you know exactly which route to take. It's a lot of fucking soul searching. You know what I mean? What do you want? If you cannot verbally spit what you want, then you don't want it or you don't know. And that's okay. And that's why you're studying the greats. You're looking at different things. Is what appeals to you. And sometimes what you do the easiest is your gift. And there's multiple gifts, you feel me? But know what you want, write it down, and see yourself. Like a lot of visualizing. That does a lot for where your placement and how the path is revealed. But know what you want, write it down, because there's something magical about when the pen hits the fucking paper. And then when you speak in that shit, that's what prayer is for. It's for you to believe it. Shit, it ain't for God to hear you. God already knows. For you to say that shit and believe in yourself. So know what you want and know why you want it. Why do you want it? I want $1 million. Okay, for what, my nigga? What you gonna do with $1 million?
Yeah.
So knowing what you want, you know what I'm saying, setting an intention, because when you set an intention, we are God. And it's hard to understand that. But for those who can understand that, God never says no. He always says yes. If you say, man, I'm a broke ass nigga, yes. Or I'm gifted, yes. You feel me? So you got to be careful with what you say. Know what you want, say that shit, believe in that shit, and then what you see yourself in the future, like how you see yourself, whether it be on stage or whether they see you getting chauffeured around in a limousine or whether they see you, putting another heart into another human being, see that first and then start acting like it now. And it's something magical about us and our brain, and this is how we are like God. It can't help but to come. And that's what makes us different from animals and shit like that. Everything has a brain and a heart, but they don't have the mind. It's the difference. You can have a brain, but you don't have a mind. You know what I'm saying? So everything you think it does come true. So you need to know what the fuck you want, and you need to know how to speak over your life properly. And then you'll know what to do when you get in front of those artists. Because remember, the universe.
That's tough.
It is.
That's tough.
It is. It is. And one more question, because I was looking at the cover art for the Daydream mixtape. So where did that vision come from for the cover art?
Man, yo, that's a good question.
That one took a while.
Y'all deep.
That one
It's good.
It take us a few weeks.
It took a few revisions because I'm so mad I can't remember Shorty name. Forgive me. I will tag her in this, but I seen the colorful, the light of it, and I knew what photos. When I took those photos, I knew I was going to use these photos for something. I set an intention to get comfortable in front of the camera and know what to do in the camera, and to be able to use these photos for something. And Daydream was just like, I had my back to the camera because it's not about y'all. It was not about anybody else but me and my divinity. You feel me? So that's why I was looking into the light. And then once I had to turn my back from reality, I can go into this spiritual realm and see myself and see God. And then it's like the light that's shining because, I was told, and my father named me after a goddamn fucking lady pirate or boat or some shit. And I ran into this man. He was like, Day, my real government name is Dayel. And he said, L means child of, and day is light. I'm like, oh my God. And everybody called it daylight anyway. So I felt like there was a light that exudes and a light that was shining. And then when you're in tune with self, your third eye will shine and your aura will shine. But again, it was the light that I was looking into that was reflecting back. But I had to keep my back to everything else. And I just wanted to be like just in a realm that no one else was invited. You feel me? And that's
So imagine explaining all that to the designer, to the graphic designer. Okay, put all this in a vision. And
there was a white chick from Canada. She's like, okay. And I was like, all right. And
one thing I remember, it did help us. The way she said it, I remember this mixtape from Kelani.
Yeah,
You Should Be Here, and the colors. We took some
I knew it was going to be pink and clouds, but the airplane, having a
that was good. Having a reference that helped us. So use that, but that was a little tricky.
That was a good
but
question.
we made it. Until we got to it.
Really
right one. Yeah, everybody was happy. Everybody was happy with it.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta small victories, bro. You got to.
You gotta celebrate the victories. You gotta, no matter how big or small. That's what's up. That's what's up. I love the story. I love the way that, like you said, that came about. And again, like I said, it seems like it just keeps on, like, kind of repeating itself, right? Just following your own truth. You know what I'm saying? And figuring that path out and knowing, thinking about yourself and pouring out what's inside of you first. You know what I'm saying?
And I got a question for y'all. Like, where do y'all want to go with this podcast, man? Like, I know y'all chilling and vibing, but like, do you guys have a destiny, or y'all waiting for it to come to you?
That's deep. That's what's up. You're the first person to ask us the question. Usually we ask the question.
Take your shirt off aside.
I love it. No, I think so I know for us when we talk about it, I'll speak about for myself. I know that one thing we want to focus on is not just on, the hookah. Yes, this is in the bowl, right? And we focus on that, but I feel that, our path is trying to really explore the journeys of folks, and where it's going to come and where it's going to land, where it's going to land. But, I think we really get inspired about people's, their plan, their love for what they do, for their passion for what they do, and it's inspirational, right? And I get a lot out of all these interviews. We've interviewed people who, they've had, 6-figure jobs. But they left their job to follow their dream. One interview we had, and I'll never forget it. One of his biggest inspirations were just to being able to say, you know what, I don't feel like going into work today. I'm about to, go on a field trip with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And now he has his own gym, right? We interviewed someone who, started online just about taking risks. And, now they have a clothing brand and a creative brand, called Risk Takers, right? And it's a play on words. So for me, it's really, just being intentional and listening to other people's stories, because it's an inspiration to me. Where it's going to land is where it's going to land. You want to do live, podcasts and shows and stuff like that from a physical aspect. But for me, it's, I'm getting a lot of knowledge from people who, whether we don't know, first time meeting, it's been inspiration to me, and just continues to push it. As you can see, we do interviews, we do shows every week. We just hustle and grind. So for me, it's the inspiration from it.
And on my side, I totally agree with everything Nas is saying, because the podcast came out of, we would usually get together, once a week, at somebody's house and watch games and do different things, and we would have conversations, and we were like, man, this is great if we can capture these conversations and our opinions and just share it with folks. And at the same time, we have so many friends who are doing, so many different things. So we wanted to develop a platform to be able to highlight them and spotlight what they're doing to bring awareness to it. So it's kind of like, us just kicking back, doing what we're doing on a weekly basis, but also, highlighting, our folks' business and, anything that we can do to, help them and big them up and, get them exposure. And from that, we have a lot of creative ideas of, what we want to do and where we want to go. But, it's a process, so we're along for the journey, and, getting these gems from, individuals like you all. I mean, it just reaffirms, what we're doing. And like I said, it gives us, a passion and purpose as well, because like I said, it's ideas that we may have had, and until you hear someone else say something or see someone else, post something, it's like it connects those dots. And like how you were saying that, when you put things out, you speak, truth to existence and things of that nature, it all comes together.
And I know we had a small conversation before the cam got on, and y'all were telling us about y'all distributing company. I don't even know where I'm going. Like, y'all got like economical, power. Like, the people of color, we just don't got that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be hitting y'all up for sure, because something that we were never taught for a reason. You feel me? So don't be afraid to share that and throw y'all gems out to them young cats, because it's like once most people, when they get a little money in their pocket, they just start seeing shit differently. You know what I mean? And they were brought up right, have a little guidance. So please, y'all share that with the world. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got into that shit. I'm like so curious.
No, it's like I said, it's been one of those journeys, right? And it's been, it's been a lot of, whether reforming, molding, and stuff like that, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and just figuring out what our truth is and the direction that's going to go in. There's obviously, you always got that paperwork, you always got to be documentation and stuff of that nature. What I'm saying, and keeping the paperwork straight. So, we are straight when we do sitting across state lines or over the waters, but that's kind of the direction we in. It's just making sure our shit's tight, making sure that, what I'm saying, everywhere we go, it's no one can sell us no. You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to, you can check whatever you need to, and our shit's locked, so we straight.
So that's a different type of power. You feel me? Different type
Yeah.
of confidence.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, it goes straight to the postal. You know what I'm saying? One of those situations, like you can, you know what I'm saying? No one can come back and be like, "What are you doing?" Like this is where we at.
Yeah,
That's a deep question.
And it's wild because the company itself, it started off, we did a pool party, with about 125 individuals, and
That's
we were
it.
like, okay, folks like the flavors, they like what we're doing here. And then the next event we did was at Nationals baseball stadium in DC. It was a party with 5,000 people. So we were like, all right, well, there's definitely a financial, gain here. And then from there, things just took off and developed from rentals to retails to distribution to private parties. And, it's just been a great ride for the last 9 years or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to hear. It's good to see stories like that too. You know, story like yours. So that's why I'm saying share the knowledge.
Share that shit.
Because
No. Appreciate that. Like you say, we're trying to do it for the culture, man. We're trying to show that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is
9
for.
years?
It is about that.
Yeah. Dealing with the government too? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
oh yeah.
So that's why I say you keep it tight. You know what I'm saying? You can't fuck with us, so we straight. You know what I'm saying? It's, we do it out of love. So it's something we love to do, and trying to share that knowledge and those experiences with folks, and just stuff natural.
Right, niggas out in Dubai and shit, fucking that hookah and shit. Y'all living good though. I'm happy for y'all.
Chilling. No, I appreciate it. Like I said, that's the first time we've been questioned on this one, right? Now we love it too.
We got you.
No, we love it. So I appreciate y'all joining us for this great episode of just learning about where you're at, what that is with Bobby, with Day, and with Day Foster. And I appreciate that.
For sure.
I appreciate you listening.
If you don't mind, let us tag where you at one more time. Where you at? Miami. Okay, it's a studio, an Airbnb. It has a bed, it has a shower, it has a kitchen, 2 studios, salon, media room, 4 podcasts and photography and stuff like that. And we are not in for personal gain and for self gain. Even the owner, he actually built it with his bare hands. He just wants to see us win. Period. So y'all are more than welcome. Whenever y'all in Miami, please hit us up. Give y'all a tour. Maybe we can interview y'all or something. Set up a photo shoot or something with y'all. Or maybe get y'all on the mic or something.
Hey, you never know. I'm feeling inspired. I got stuff brewing. I'm feeling inspired. I love it. I definitely appreciate it. Thank y'all. And definitely, you know what I'm saying? Check them out, follow them, and again, make sure we tag so they can follow. That was a good one, man. That was a good one, Tom, man. That was inspirational, man. That was again, I think it just shows, you know what I'm saying, where, you have 2 people who didn't even know each other, you know what I'm saying, and how their creative flows from different capacities.
Yes.
They were able to see each other's strengths, and they were able to work, you know what I'm saying, off of each other's strengths. We're not even going to say weaknesses, you know what I'm saying, just show off their strengths. And, it took that boldness to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you do this, oh, I do that, you do that, and how that just connects, like that yin and that yang. That should just work.
Exactly. The perfect partnership. And we definitely may have to take him up on that trip to South Florida. South Florida used to be my second home, so I always love it down there. And, now we got, more folks to link up with. So definitely,
yes, sir.
Definitely on board with that one.
Yes, sir. So when you come back in the States, we out.
Exactly. I still got my spirit club, man. I'm a spirit flyer, man. That flight from from BWI to Fort Lauderdale.
We in there. That's what's up. Well, we know where we're about to be at. So that's what's up. So what else is up?
That's about it, man. That's about it. Getting ready for the weekend. Got a couple more events to check out here and kind of see what's up. And move from there. Got something going on the beach, so the weather is perfect. It's not too hot to be moving around because, once summertime is in full swing here, folks hit the beach at like in the early, I would say late evenings and, towards midnight because, that's when it's like 85 outside and the sand is cool and the sun is down. So definitely trying to get in a couple daytime, beach days, before this weather gets to be too unbearable to move around outside. So what about you? What you got lined up for the weekend?
What am I doing? What's not happening this weekend? Nothing much, man. We just we out here, man. Just loving on each other, man. Just loving out here. Just the environment, the times right now. Times are good. Got a couple little family events going on, celebrating some birthdays, celebrating some life. So just enjoying it, man. That's where we at with it this week, man. It's and continuing doing that, man. Times is great right now, always.
I like it. Well, before we get out of here, once again, thanks to our guest, another, great interview, and, they dropped some gems. So we definitely appreciate them, coming to hang out with us in the bowl. And before we get out of here, shout out to Sheesh to You. Don't forget you can follow them on IG. And then don't forget, you can follow our conversation on Twitter at In the Bowl Pod. We dropped a lot of gems today, so if it's something that you want to add to that conversation, by all means, definitely leave us some comments. We'll get back to you, keep that conversation going. And last but not least, don't forget your hookahs. Keep those things clean after every use. Wash them out, get it all set for the next go around. So that way, when you have guests come over, everything is ready to rock and roll. You don't have any flavors ghosting in your bowl. Everything is nice and fresh. So until next week, we appreciate you.
And as always, click, like, and subscribe.
Hustle 5 Ways Radio.